Boy, is it a hot one out here today. I cannot wait till this summer is over. All right, so what I ended up doing is taking some tape, putting it on the underside of the board, and then took some boards, clamped them down, make sure nothing leaks out of here. It should be pretty good. I've used this tape because I saw someone else use it on the line on YouTube. So I went ahead and just used the same thing, tuck tape. The resin, the epoxy, won't stick to this. People build molds for these all the time and then line them, caulk them, do all this other stuff. I don't have time for that. If you do, great, more power to you, but I don't. So I end up doing it this way. I found that if I do it in small sections like this, it takes less time actually, because I have more control over each pour. And then I just like the outcome more. And it's easier. I like putting on a few things of tape, putting some boards down, clamping them, and I'm done. So we're gonna go ahead, do this first pour, this section here, and then we will go on from there. All right, stick around. All right, so I have all my supplies that I need here to start pouring my resin. You can use whichever epoxy you like. You can try them all, see which one you want. I'm not getting paid by any of these people to endorse their products. This is just one I found. It's relatively cheap, and so far it seems to have done me well. It's a 1-to-1, doing a small pour, so don't need something deep pour, 2-to-1. So I'm using this. I'm using a new black or a carbon pigment, Fire Dots. Again, not being paid by them. Just trying it out for the first time. I was looking for a pretty flat black. I don't want a whole lot of metallic in it or anything like that. Then get you your measuring cups. All the ratios are written on the side, so you can just do 1-to-1, whatever you need to. It has 2-to-1, so it makes pouring easier. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna mix our stuff up, and then we're gonna do our small pour for tonight and go from there, and we'll just see what happens. All right, so we're gonna start pouring into the bucket and then mixing everything up. Make sure you have safety glasses. I recommend wearing gloves, because if not, you get this crap all over you and it never wants to come off. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area too when you're pouring this. Even though it says low VOCs, it's still not good for you to breathe. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get mixing. Alrighty, make sure your lids are placed on back tight so you don't spill and knock it over. Go ahead and just put these down out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and mix this up first a little bit, get a nut going nice and good, and then we will add our pigment to it. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna do this off screen so I can do it outside where it's less chance of a mess or getting it on me. All right, I got it nice and stirred up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add our pigment. Whatever you do when you're doing a table in steps, and you're only doing sections at a time, make sure you use a measuring device that you know how much you've used before. So in this case, I'm just using a teaspoon, and it's however many teaspoons I put in this time, that's what I'm gonna use for the entire project. So I'm gonna go dump this in real quick, get it mixed up, and then come back to you. All right, so now we went ahead and mixed it up outside, brought it back in, just letting some of the air bubbles pop for a little bit, letting it breathe. When you see the air bubbles have gone down significantly, then you can go ahead and start pouring it into your spots. Pour slow, take your time. After you have poured it, you'll do what you've seen most people do. You're gonna take your torch, whatever, or heating object, go over what you just did to pop the remaining air bubbles. Get as many as you can. If you're not perfect, it's fine. You gotta come back later and fill those little holes in, but that's not for right now. So we're gonna give this a couple more minutes. We're going to pour this. I've also heard brush the sides. It helps. I only have one paintbrush, my nice one. So I'm gonna sacrifice that for YouTube today. And then blow the heat off, and then next time I come back to y'all, this side will be dry. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start our pour. Like I said, go slow. Try not to spill it everywhere, because if you do, you're gonna have to come back later and take care of all those spots that you missed. Some people like to put caulking around all of this. Again, I don't. It takes too long, and it's more cleanup I have to do later. So we're gonna pour this real slow. Start from here, going this way, and we'll see how it goes. I do have a towel placed on the ground just in case. Normally I have poly sheeting, but I'm out of it. But we'll use this for now, and hopefully we won't need it, because hopefully everything has gone to plan. There it is, for these first pours. That was more than I wanted it to be. I'm done with part one of this. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, and then see y'all next time when we add a little bit more to this and move on to some more sections. Didn't make as much as I should have, epoxy wise. I thought it would have been fine, but oh well, live and learn. I got a little drip, but in that case, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.